In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I find faceless YouTube niches that make 10K a month or even more. And just to show you how fast we blow up channels, here's just one of our channels that we recently blew up. So as you can see here, we got it monetized only on the 5th of January. Reason for that was because, we applied here at the back already, but it took super long to approve our application. But yeah, in the first 15 days, 1.5 million views. This is just one of our channels, and I'll show you exactly how I find these niches today. Now, before we get into the video, this video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. I'm not a licensed advisor. No results or returns are guaranteed. Always do your own research and consult with a professional before making any financial decisions. Now, with that being said, for the people who don't know, I'm Steffen. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars with faceless YouTube channels, and I've helped hundreds of other people do the same thing. For example, Stamp, who got monetized in literally 2 weeks. Then we have Antonin monetized in 20 days. Then here, a different student monetized quite quickly and then made $31,000 in one single month. Here, a different one, $24,000 in one single month, and many, many more. If you're interested in getting similar results, check out the first link in the video description. Book a completely free one-on-one call with me, and we'll have a look if I can help you scale up your channel. Or yeah, let's go. Book your call right now. Then we also have a completely free Skool community with a completely free course. Second link in the video description. Make sure to join it through the link in the video description, otherwise you will be declined. And then I'll answer all questions in the comments, so put them down there. Now, very quickly, before we can even start looking for a niche, we need to understand what we even need to look for. Now, a criteria of a good niche is very, very simple. So firstly, they are under 5 smaller channels creating content in this niche that are constantly getting more views than they have subscribers. This is extremely important. And I know I mentioned this so many times, but this is extremely important, all right? And this is the reason why 99% of people fail, because they do not have this exact criteria. This means high demand. This means there's high demand and low supply. One of the most important things when it comes to YouTube. I always say YouTube is not really a video posting platform. YouTube is a platform where you have to look at it like a marketplace, right? And every marketplace has 2 specific things: high demand and low supply, or demand and supply. There we have it. But yeah, there are no channels with over 100,000 subscribers. Extremely important, because otherwise it's going to be very difficult to compete against these channels if they have more than 100,000 subscribers, right? There are no smaller channels failing. Very important. If they're like a bunch of small channels failing, you're going to have a very hard time when it comes to, building your channel. Because if thousands of small channels are already failing, why should yours win? Then the niche is not older than 6 months. I can create better content than my competitors. This can also just be 1.5x longer content. All right, doesn't specifically have to be better, but it needs to be longer. Then am I actually interested in this niche? Not must, as long as you build a team that actually has interest in the niche. Then is the niche monetizable? Super important. Otherwise, you're not going to make any money, right? Then it's a huge bonus if they post very long videos in the niche, because then you automatically earn more from your channel. Important, give yourself enough time to do niche research and do not rush the process. For me, it's very quickly to find niches, but I've been, I'm doing niche research every single day. For people who have never done niche research before, this can be a bit complicated. So don't rush the process, all right? Then a must-have tool, in my opinion, for niche research is ElevenLabs. It's like 13 euros or something a month. I'll also link it down below with a discount code, so you can get it for even a little bit cheaper, all right? So now we know what we're looking for. But how do we actually now look for these kind of niches? Very simple. So firstly, we have the homepage method, which is absolutely legendary. And most of the niches I show you guys are all found through the homepage method. So this is kind of like, some people call it a dummy account, right? Now what you do, let me just show you how that would look like. This here, just as an example, is my dummy account. This is a niche research account, which I've built to for YouTube to give me niches all of the time. Now, how do you build an account like this? It's actually very simple. Like most people overcomplicate this. So what you do is, I'm just going to open an incognito now to show you guys how to actually do it. So what you will do is you obviously create a account just like this one. You can also create multiple accounts. I, for example, have multiple accounts on which I do niche research. This one I'm currently using the most, but you can have multiple accounts, which then again broadens up your niche research a lot. So what you do is, once you have opened up the account, you literally go to the search. You search, for example, the biggest houses. This can, no joke, be anything and everything that you are absolutely interested in. Okay. Then you literally scroll down here in the search and look for faceless channels. So this is a faceless channel. This is also a faceless channel. So we'll just click on this one. These are all faceless channels. All right. Very important that you only click on faceless channels. We do not want to click on personal brands or stuff like that, because that's kind of going to mess up our YouTube homepage. All right. So what you do now is you literally scroll down here on the sidebar and look for more faceless channels, right? Like for example, here, this is a faceless channel, Luxury Life US. Just as an example, and here already we can start looking for niches, right? So these are kind of two strategies in one. So we can already start searching for niches here on the sidebar. Like for example, here, this might be small channel, again, doing very, very well. But the main thing we want to currently do is to optimize our YouTube homepage, right? You still always want to look at these videos. So let's keep on going here. This channel here, for example, is not the best, doesn't really fit the criteria. Here we have another one, also doesn't fit the criteria, is a bit big. But we just keep on scrolling. By the way, for the niche research criteria, you don't want it to be 100% perfect, because if it's 100% perfect, you're gonna, look for niches for a very, very long time. So make sure you're not over perfectionistic when it comes to niche research. You rather just want to test. I have multiple videos on this channel showing you exactly how we test. All right. So let's see, what else can we find? We're only looking for faceless channels. Let's say here, for example, is another faceless channel. Now, once we've done this for a while, and you guys really have to do this for a while, not just like 2-3 minutes like I did here now, then we go back to our YouTube homepage. All right. Now we can see this here is a faceless channel, 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 faceless channel. So you can see that there are a bunch of faceless channels on our YouTube homepage, right? With time, YouTube is actually going to learn, as you see on this account, exactly what kind of videos and niches you are most interested in, right? So for me, you will still see it's very random because I don't really mind, okay? Now, once your account looks like this, now this can take a little bit of time, but during that time, still use that time to do niche research, all right? Once your account looks like this, you will see only faceless videos basically on my YouTube homepage. You can scroll down to the bottom, especially if you have NextLev, you can scroll down to the bottom, then just scroll up again, click here on filters, then subscribe account, filter this down to like 10,000 subscribers or something, exactly like I did here. Okay, now it's 22,000 subscribers, but that's okay. Then we filter here to total views. So now it's actually going to give us the highest viewed video. So here, Digital Astronaut. This channel, I don't know it. Right, YouTube is literally giving it to me. So as you can see here, I currently can't subscribe to the channel because now it logged me into a different account. But here, just as an example, this channel is doing really, really well, this one video. So this is how quickly you can actually find niches on YouTube with the homepage method. All right. So here's another one. Here's another one. So this is one of the most overpowered ways to kind of do niche research, because YouTube is pushing out small channels like crazy at the moment. And that's why I always say at this current stage, it's the best time to start with like faceless YouTube automation. Why? Because YouTube is pushing out channels. So check out the first link in the video description, book your call with me. We actually help you pick your first niche so you don't have any guesswork. All right. Now, next thing you want to use when you do niche research, you obviously always want to have a look if the channel is actually good or not, right? And that's also something you can do with NextLev, right? That's why I say I'll link it down below to make your life way, way easier. Now it again doesn't log me into a different account. Okay, but many of you guys requested dark screen, so that's why I'm doing dark screen now. But here we can now kind of see the RPM of a channel. You can see the views, how much money it's making, every single little small thing we want to see. Real-time views and subscriber here, real-time channel checker, every single little thing, right? For you to kind of then make the right decision if you want to go into into this niche or not. All right. And this here is quite accurate. It's obviously not 100% accurate, but it is quite accurate. All right. So this is kind of the first way how I do niche research. It's one of the most overpowered ways to do niche research. I love this way of doing niche research because it's just the easiest and you kind of save the progress as you do niche research. Then we have the niche transfer method. This is also very, very powerful. And here we have, or I have, two specific channels I want to show you guys and show you what they did and how they transferred the niche. All right. So firstly, we have this specific channel here, which is called Medieval Wisdom. All right. Now, this channel here is doing very, very well. So 120,000 subscribers, 166 videos, doing very well. Most popular video, 1.1 million views, 600,000 views, 600,000 views. So this channel, we can all agree that this channel is doing very well, right? Now, there is a different kind of niche in this specific space, right? So this channel here has a specific format that worked really, really well. For example, here, the still works kind of thumbnails. Here, copy them. It worked really, really, really well for this channel. Now you have to think, what can you do or how can you transfer this specific format into different niches? What kind of niches can you transfer to? And that's exactly what this channel here did, Off-Grid Solutions. So this channel here is about homeless people. And what they did is they transferred this specific content over, or these specific content ideas and thumbnails and everything. So the whole format of this channel over to a completely different niche. And that's why this channel here is absolutely exploding. 3 days ago, 400,000 views, 400,000 views, 180,000 views, 140,000 views, 140,000 views. So this channel here is absolutely exploding and they're following the exact same concept that this channel is following. Now, if you guys have some time, go to these two channels, compare the video topics, and you will see that the video topics are very, very similar to the original channel. All right. So this is kind of the niche transfer method. Also very, very, very powerful, especially if it works. It does have a little bit of risk. So sometimes it doesn't work, but if it does work, then you obviously make a lot of money, or you can make a lot of money in with this kind of method, right? Then we come to the last kind of method, which is one of the easiest ways to kind of do niche research. Many people don't like this method of doing niche research. We do it sometimes because why not, right? But what you do is you come here to X, where you can kind of find niche leaks, right? Now, something I can tell you that most people will not get started with a niche, all right? So let's just look here, Faceless niche leaks, just as an example. And we already find like here, okay, this one is a bit older, so let's go to latest, just as an example. And what we're looking for now are, posts that did not have a lot of, or that do not have a lot of views, like for example, this one. Why? You see here, just as an example, this niche here is absolutely crushing it. 300 people saw it, this post here. And I can promise you that nobody of those 315 people will actually go ahead and start a channel in this specific niche. Why do I know that? Because I see it with my YouTube videos. Nobody really takes action, right? You guys just watch videos and look for niches. You guys need to take action. And that's exactly the same thing here. Most people do not go into these niches, and that still makes these kind of niches extremely powerful, right? Now, in most cases, you just need to make sure that you find niches. Why did this person spam so many of those? In most cases, you just need to make sure that the post doesn't have 14,000 views. The post needs, like, the lower the views of the post, the better it is. And trust me, a lot of people post good niches on X, right? You just have to follow the right strategy when choosing your niches, right? On X, like here, for example, we can see not a lot of posts, so probably nobody went, and not a lot of views, so probably nobody went into these specific niches. Now, that being said, keep in mind, if you're interested in working close with me, interested in, us helping you picking your first niche, like we did here, for example, for this student who made $1,000 in his first month, then check out the link in the video description, book a call with me, and we'll see if I can actually help you or not. And then I'll see you guys in the next video.